once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. I'm your host, KruznikX. Once again, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, and we are continuing with our journeys through the new jobs introduced in the expansion. As you can see, I'm on Senryo Kogane again, fresh with his freshly obtained Viper, but we're not doing Viper in this episode, no. As of the time of this recording, I've already completed Viper. This episode, we are going to be unlocking the second of the Dawntrail jobs, Pictomancer. So, we got a lot to do and only a little bit of time to do it, so let's get right to it and talk to the cheerless hearer to complete the level 80 quest, The Joy of Pictomancy. Matron, help me. One more complaint this day and I swear! Forgive me my rambling, but please tell me you haven't come to make a complaint. I haven't. Something amiss? I should warn you that a Moogle has been making a nuisance of himself here in Gridania. The palmed pest has been harassing adventurers in an attempt to rope them into some painting endeavor. Despite the lack of interest, he refuses to give up. Are you an adventuring? You are an adventuring sort, are you not? If so, you would be wise to give that Moogle a wide berth. Unless you are the autistic adventuring sort. I suspect he's still loitering in the Aetheryte Plaza. My tale has piqued your interest. Lights off. Jeez. Or, no, we can just take Aetheryte Plaza right here. Alright, let's wait for this. You there, Kubo? How would you like to do some painting? Not ordinary painting, mind you. The magic painting, where your works come to life. Your imagination's the limit. Ah, Kubo nuts. Why won't anyone give me a chance? You could do so much good with the power of Pictomancy. You had me at magic painting. What did you say, Kubo? You're not pulling my palm, are you? You wish to know more about Pictomancy? Truly? Hooray! The name's Kupopo, and I'm extremely pleased to meet you, Kupo. I am the inheritor of a Pictomancer's soul crystal, and I seek a creative individual who can carry on this arcane artistry. A history lesson is in order. Pictomancy was conceived some 1,500 years ago in the dusk of the 5th Astral Era. While other schools of magic that originated during that period, such as black and white, are expressions of the caster's will, Pictomancy relies on something even more abstract: the imagination. By channeling ether into a concept held in their mind's eye, a Pictomancer can give form to the formless. It's a bit tricky to wrap your head around, I know, and that's precisely why the Great Archon Realm, founder of Pictomancy, incorporated the painter's tools into our art. A gifted artist as well as mage, Realm took up a brush instead of a staff and wielded ether-like paint to give shape to her imaginings. In this way was Pictomancy born, a magical discipline unlike any other, Kupo. Now, Realm was a charitable soul and never ever used her powers for self-serving ends. She dedicated her life to aiding and defending those in need. During the War of the Magi, Realm traveled the land and saved countless people with her Pictomancy, and it was for those deeds that she earned a place among the 12 Archons. So, how about it? Would you like to take up the Archon's noble legacy and become, dare I say it, a Realm Reborn? I feel the everlasting need to just kick myself for that one. I might just punt a Moogle throughout this entire questline. I might just have to punt a Moogle. Anyway. Wonderful, Kupo! Your enthusiasm warms my heart! As I have only one soul crystal, however, I must ensure that I entrust it to the right person. Therefore, before I grant you this dazzling opportunity, I require that you attend a job interview. Seek me out at the car line canopy and be sure to come prepared with your fanciest, Pictomanciest answers for my flurry of very professional questions. So now I have to take an interview. This is the first time I've had to interview for a job. In game, not in real life. Oh, there she is. There's Kupopo. Ah, there you are! I would have invited you to my cozy little hovel and put out tea and biscuits. Except I don't have a cozy little hovel. Or any home to speak of for that matter. Such is the life of an itinerant Moogle, Kupo. I haven't a guild to my name either, so I can't order us tea and biscuits. But we can avail ourselves of a table. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce this interview commenced, Kupo. Let's begin with the basics. Might I have your full name? I'm Senryo Kogane, or Chris Valentine, as the rest of this quest will deal with. Is a fine name. Well met, Senryo Kogane. Right, on to the next question. What do you consider your primary vocation? I'm, between jobs at the moment. Oh, I apologize if I asked a sensitive question. But take heart, my friend. If you pass my interview, you'll become a certified Pictomancer, and all the realm shall ooh and ah at you. And moving along to the next question. How would you rate your artistic abilities? My stick figure drawings are second to none. Well, I for one think stick figures are wonderful, as is your honest answer. You'll be pleased to know that Pictomancy relies more on one's imagination than their artistic abilities, so don't fret about your egregious lack of the latter. Speaking of imagination, let's try and put yours to work. Tell me the first thought that enters your mind when you hear the word Google. Should I be honest? I feel like I should be brutally honest right now. Furry little shites. Arya just hit me with the remote. I beg your pardon? That's a rather unsettling answer. But I suppose there's a fine line between genius and madness. I won't dwell on it, Kubo. Now, this next question is very important. Someone is in trouble. What do? Help him without question. I didn't expect any other answer, Kubo. If I may ask a follow-up question, can you share a recent example of when you approached a soul in distress? Come again? A hero who's been inundated with complaints about my Pictomancy pitches? Ah. Oh dear. That's rather disheartening, Kubo. But this isn't about me. What's important is that you are not wont to ignore the plight of another. That willingness to serve a greater purpose and emulate Archon Realm's example is the key to becoming a truly talented Pictomancer. Having considered your answers, I reckon you have what it takes to become a capable Pictomancer. I'm so relieved I found you, Kubo. I deem you worthy of the Soul Crystal. However, I should warn you that it comes with some proverbial strings attached. A bit of emotional baggage, too. You see, several moons ago I got into a terrible argument with my best friend. We went our separate ways and I've not seen her since. I wish I could meet her again, try to reconcile more than anything. So if we hear aught of her during our journey together, I'd like you to lend me a helping hand. If you're still willing to train as a Pictomancer with this condition in mind, then the Soul Crystal is yours. Just say the word, Kubo. Alright, let's get our Pictomancer crystal. So, you still wish to be a Pictomancer, in full acceptance of my condition? Then, as promised, I bestow upon you the Soul Crystal. And to help you get started, I've prepared a set of equipment. Hopefully it fits, Kubo. And Pictomancer is unlocked. Alright, let's open our Weathered Painter's attire. Then equip our new Round Brush as soon as I get rid of some inventory. And our Weathered Painter's attire as well. Not bad, but we got better gear on Chris Valentine, so we're gonna quickly switch to him and continue with this journey. Alright, we're on Chris Valentine now in our level 100 Pictomancer. Honestly, I thought I wasn't gonna make level 100 before doing the job quest for Pictomancer, but I'm glad I was able to, because we are now in our full set of Pictomancer's attire, along with our Angel Brush. It's not a bad gear set, though I may pick and mix where I can. So, anyway, We got a lot to do and only a little time to do it, so let's get right down to it with the next quest in this journey, Find Over Manor. Very nice! Now you literally embody the soul of a Pictomancer, Kubo! While a Pictomancer's brush may look like a big paintbrush, it is in fact a stylized variety of staff. That said, you're probably wondering why we don't just use stabs. Put simply, it's much easier to bring your imagination to life through the medium of art. Magic brushes and ink allow a Pictomancer to express abstract thoughts in a deliberate manner, Kubo. As I mentioned though, it's ultimately your imagination that matters the most. But with the wisdom of Pictomancer's past at your disposal, you already possess the artistic skills you require. Now, as much as I would love for you to get painting right away, there is something else we must do first. We must go to Nofika's altar and apologize to the hero you mentioned. And by we, I mean me. Off we go, Kubo. All right. There he is. For the love of the elementals, no more complaints. I beg your pardon, adventurer. That mogul there, is that perhaps... Indeed, I'm the one who caused you much trouble. It wasn't my intention to do so, and I've come to beg forgiveness, Kubo. Oh, I see. As you appear to be genuinely remorseful, all I ask is that you refrain from aggressive solicitations henceforth. Agreed? You have my word, Kubo. Now that I've found a capable Pictomancer, my soliciting days are over. I'm relieved to hear that. With this matter settled, I may turn my attention to another situation. Oh? And what situation might this be? Distressing noises coming from an empty manor in the Gentry's ward. Fiends are believed to be haunting the cellar, and their nightly clamor is keeping the surrounding residents awake. Fiends, you say? Chris here will deal with them. Kubo. Remember, it is in the spirit of the Pictomancer to lend a helping hand, to shine the light of hope for those in need. It is also a welcome opportunity to put your newfound skills to the test. Rest assured, I'll be there to offer sage advice with every wing flap of the way. Your offer of aid is indeed kind. Your offer of aid is kind indeed, and I accept it with thanks. The Gentry's ward is situated just past Apkalu Falls. Proceed there when you are ready. And ready we are, aren't we, Chris? Let the Pictomancy training begin, Gumbo! You have learned all Pictomancer actions and traits to level 80. Detailed descriptions can be viewed in the Actions and Traits window, accessed under Character in the main menu. Alright, before I do anything else, do I want to... Can I move the pallet gauge? No, not the pallet gauge. The canvases. Enter them without... Nope. Forget it. It's there. It's fine. I'll deal. Alright. off to Apkalu Falls. Or actually, we'll just go by the way of the Lancers Guild. Quicker. Wait, when? So, before we start this little duty, I want to just show you people the actions you learn at the starting level, which is level 80. So first and foremost, you learn Fire in Red at level 1, which is your first ability. Then you learn Arrow in Green at level 5, which is a combo spell. Level 10, you learn Tempera Coat, which is your defensive cooldown. At level 15, you learn your third and final combo spell, Water and Blue. Then you learn Smudge at level 20, which is a nice gap closer, which increases your movement speed. Let's see. At level 25, you learn Fire 2 in Red. Which is a AoE spell. Then at level 30, you learn your first motif, Creature Motif. Along with it, you also gain the ability Living Muse, which renders your creature to life. Alongside that, you get Mog of the Ages, which is your Moogle Portrait spell, which can be used after you've done Palm Motif and Wing Motifs, and then followed it up with Palm Muse and Winged Muse. At level 50, you learn... At level 35, you learn Arrow 2 in Green, which is the second combo in the AoE spell category. And at level 45, you learn Water 2 in Blue, the third and final spell in that AoE combo. At level 50, you learn Weapon Motif and Steel Muse, which unlock Hammer Motif and Striking Muse. And along with that, you also unlock Hammer Stamp, which is a really nice critical attack. Blizzard in Cyan at level 60. Blizzard in Cyan and Blizzard 2 in Cyan, as well as Subtracted Palette, which allows you to use Blizzard and Blizzard 2, as well as Stone in Yellow and Thunder in Magenta, and their AoE counterparts. At level 70, you learn Landscape Motif and Scenic Muse, which gives you the Starry Sky Motif and Starry Muse, which is a nice buff for your party members. And finally, at level 80, you gain the spell Holy in White, which can only be executed under the effect of white paint, which is earned upon landing Water in Blue, Water 2 in Blue, Thunder in Magenta, and Thunder 2 in Magenta. But we'll learn more about this as we go along. The Gentry's ward lies beyond those gates. Are you ready to put your skills to the test, Kubo? Let's do it. Excellent! Time to clear out that mana, Kubo! Here we are, Kubo. Tense monsters lurking below. But before we
we charge in, allow me to expound upon the fundamentals of Pictomancy. You must first paint a motif on canvas. Only then can you bring it to life. I'm making a palm motif. Go on, don't be shy. Well done, Kupo. Now, to unleash it upon your foes. Focus your magics on that striking dummy and summon your palm muse. Palms away! Splendid work, Kupo. Next, give me your best wing motif. Very good, Kupo. Now you may invoke your wing muse against our friend, the striking dummy. With palms and wings fresh in your mind, I want you to imagine what these muses could accomplish together. By fusing them, you'll give life to a fantastical Mulgul. Kupo? Think big, magnificent thoughts, and envision your new friend, Mog of the Ages. Excellent, Kupo. He may not be as winsome as yours truly, but he should serve you well enough. Aside from your Mulgul, a hammer stamp is an excellent alternative to pummeling foes. But if you wish to provide support, I recommend inspiring your allies with a starry muse. Never stop dreaming up those motifs, Kupo. Your allies will thank you, and your enemies won't know what hit them. It takes some getting used to, so feel free to experiment, Kupo. I'll be here when you're ready.
All right, let's do this.
All set, Kupo? Then it's time we silence that noise. Infestation is worse than I expected. We should clear these ones out first. Let's make a lesson of it, Kupo. By casting spells of different hues, your palette will begin storing ether. With a sufficiently saturated palette, you may avail yourself of the subtractive palette's increased might. The palette gauge will fill when performing single target combos starting with fire in red. Area of effect combos starting with fire 2 in red will also fill the palette gauge. When the palette gauge reaches 50, you will be able to use subtractive palette. While subtractive palette is active, you will be able to cast stronger ether hue spells. Okay. You're natural with that subtractive palette, Kupo. It seems you've scared off the stragglers as well. Let's head further in. Now that's an obnoxious noisemaker, Kupo. Since you grasp the basics, I'll leave you to your Pictomancy. Show that Spriggan what for.
First, let me get my... There we go.
motif. If you're painting a motif takes concentration, Kupo. Time your brushes strokes wisely. If your enemy's movements begin to overwhelm, bring one of your muses to life.
Nailed it.
Nice. Well done, Chris. I knew you'd make an excellent Pictomancer from the first.
I have the soul crystal to thank for that.
Touches so of skill, yet you remain so humble. I tip my palm to you, Kupo. In any case, with those clamorous fiends gone for good, the residents can rest easy once more. But come, let's quit this place. The dampness doesn't agree with my fur.
Hello, Kupopo.
Allow me to congratulate you on a successful first outing, Chris. The Pictomancers of Eld would be proud. Though you may yet be a novice of the art, as a veteran adventurer, you've grasped the fundamentals quickly. As well you should, Kupo. Archon Realm didn't urge her disciples to roam the star for their own amusement, you know. She wished for them to intimately understand the wider world, to journey to lands unknown and savor every discovery, to revel in sensations, emotions, and yes, even in danger. But these experiences enrich the palette of the imagination, making one's Pictomancy all the more vibrant, Kupo.
You're returned! I began to worry and came to see whether all was well. Dare I hope you've dealt with the fiends? All taken care of. Wonderful, wonderful. With this, all the outstanding matters of concern have been addressed. And like the residents of the Gentry's ward, I too may sleep soundly once more. You both have my heartfelt gratitude. May the matron keep you wheresoever you should go. Did you see how happy we made him? That's the power of Pictomancy for you. And this is only the beginning. As part of your training, you and I shall travel near and far, searching for those in need just as Archon Realm once did. But you mustn't forget our purpose either. Before we take to the road, I'd like to see if the locals know anything about my friend. In the meantime, I bid you dedicate yourself to honing your skills, Kupo. Alright, so, one quest down, 4 to go. But we're not going to do that quest tonight. We will continue this next time. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned for final announcements. If you're watching on YouTube, here are the links provided.